Welcome to our Manufacturing Day 2020 event in Olathe. Joaquin, we're ready to get started.
All right, thank you. Hello, my name is Joaquin Roscoe. I'm the Human Resource Manager here for Allegion at Olathe, Kansas. Welcome. We're so excited to have you with us for our first ever virtual Manufacturing Day. Each year, we hold this event in October to celebrate the amazing opportunities in manufacturing. And we hope to inspire some of you to pursue a career in this great industry. There are many vibrant and valuable jobs. Manufacturing, as we've definitely seen this year, is essential. Think about it. If something isn't grown, it's made. And at Allegion, our work matters. Allegion has continued operating throughout the COVID-19 pandemic to continue producing our essential products, which do provide safety and security at medical centers and hospitals, among many other places. Of course, our event this year is virtual to help protect your health and safety, as well as the health and safety of our 175 local employees. As a business that's been located here for more than 40 years in the Kansas City area, health and safety is our top priority. At Allegion, we invest in our employees and our facilities. If you were in person with us here today, you'd see many updates to help protect our people, such as the temperature check station before entering our facility, which inside the facility, our employees wear masks, adhere to social distancing standards, and complete their work at separate workstations. And even though you aren't here in person, we're going to spend the next 75 minutes or so showing you everything we can about how we are, who we are, and what manufacturing careers look like. Allegion has 30 brands around the globe. You'll see many of these brands produce products in the United States. Some that we'll cover with you today include Schlage, Dexter, and Kryptonite, as well as Allegion, Von Duprin, TGP, Steelcraft, and Republic. We manufacture safety and security products ranging from mechanical and electronic door locks, for homes and public buildings to door closers, emergency exit devices, doors, frames, hinges, knobs, levers, kick plates, access control credentials, and readers, and many other solutions. While Allegion is a global company, all of our locations, our employees, and our brands are connected by a shared vision and purpose. Our vision is seamless access in a safer world. Allegion manufactures many solutions that aim to make security more convenient and keep people and their property safe. Our purpose is to create a peace of mind by pioneering safety and security. Our employees are innovators, creating new and better ways to keep people safe, even adding connectivity and IoT capabilities to make our products smart. Allegion has a unique culture that reflects the shared values of our employees. We believe every voice matters. No matter your role at the company or your length of time here, be empowered and accountable. During our most recent upgrades, we listened to multiple employees at all levels to help us think through the best way to keep the project moving while still being able to deliver product to our customers. These suggestions included how and where we should temporarily move product to areas that would still be accessible while equipment was being installed throughout the warehouse. At our facilities, the products and solutions our people build help keep people and their property safe. We strive to embrace our be safe, be healthy value. Manufacturing jobs today are safer than ever because of new ideas and technology. And at Allegion, our value investments have still driven us to have an incident rate that's 85% below the 2018 US industry average. We invest in Gallup's engagement program, regularly sampling employee feedback. We believe working in and contributing to our communities matter also. Do the right thing and serve others, not yourself, are two values that lead us in giving back. Each year, our employees around the world are proud to directly support organizations and initiatives through donations, engagement, and thousands of hours of volunteerism. Here locally, the Allegion Olathe facility donates all the lots for the Veterans Tiny Home Community Project here in Kansas City to keep our veterans in need safe and secure. Allegion also committed to doing the same across the United States as more veteran tiny homes communities are built. The Olathe facility also donates over $1 million to the Habitat for Humanity of Kansas City. Our employees do the right thing and serve others, not yourself, by donating their time for such projects as Adopt a Street, Christmas in October. They host fundraisers for such charities as the Ronald McDonald House of Kansas City and Adopt a Family for Christmas. They even give blood to the local community blood center by hosting blood donation events quarterly throughout the year. These are just a few examples of how Allegion Olathe employees give back to their community. We also have members of the Allegion that volunteer on CTE programs and manufacturing advisory boards for Olathe, Belton, and Kansas City high schools. And now I'd like to introduce you to Jason Richards, our operations manager.
Thank you, Joaquin. Allegion has also been committed to Johnson community and the surrounding community by continuing to operate in the area for over 40 years, primarily shipping Schlage residential locks and keys to every part of the U.S. from right here in Olathe, Kansas. No matter where you are in the United States, if you see a Schlage lock on the shelf of Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, or any other stores that sell Schlage locks, that lock came from this facility. Our 175 employees proudly ship over 500 orders per day, which is about 10,000 or 15,000 cases of locks per day, or the equivalent of $1 million worth of product per day from our 300,000 foot facility here in Olathe. Our annual payroll for our employees is over $10 million annually, and we look forward to continuing growing both in staffing and business. Our recent $2 million automation upgrade to the facility ensures that Allegion will remain a strong employer here in the Kansas City area for years to come by allowing us to ship faster and directly to our customers, securing their businesses and homes. Manufacturing has lifted us from destruction, disarray of wars, and despair and distress of economic recessions throughout U.S. history. Now, with COVID-19, manufacturers have mobilized to meet the greatest public health and economic threat of our time. For example, Allegion is producing steel doors and frames for new COVID testing facilities. GM is producing ventilators. To continue working to keep our community safe, we first work to protect our employees. Pictured here, you see different health and safety controls that we put in place in order to do that. If you were touring our plant today, you would see firsthand our value of be safe, be healthy in action. Employees wear personal protective equipment such as steel or safety vest, eye protection, steel toe boots, which we provide. Additionally, safety measures from the current pandemic include wearing masks, a twice-a-day cleaning regimen of all surfaces, and social distancing standards, which has been successful in keeping the COVID-19 virus out of our facility and our employees safe and healthy. We strive to embrace our be safe, be healthy value. Manufacturing jobs today are safer than ever because of new ideas and technology. At Allegion, our value investments have still driven us to have an incident-free rate that's 85% below the 2018 U.S. industry average. From just Allegion's local impact is very important to the U.S. economy. Still, manufacturing, specifically in the U.S., is at a crossroads. We're facing a skills gap. 80% of manufacturers report that there's a shortage of qualified applicants for open positions. It's easy to point to the stereotypes of manufacturing sweatshops portrayed by Hollywood and television features in recent years as generating a sense of perceived negativity that has not been overcome by the manufacturing industry. But it's more than that. Stories and firsthand accounts that have been passed through families regarding less than desirable conditions of factory work, ranging from long hours to repetitive, mindless contributions. The manufacturing skills gap is also linked to the lack of STEM skills among workers, and fueled by a decline of technical education programs in high school, as well as the lack of interest in the manufacturing industry by today's youth. And due to the skills gap, it's now expected that there could be more than 2.4 million unfilled positions in manufacturing by 2028. At Allegion, manufacturing jobs are centered on employee empowerment, engagement, and innovation. We want your hearts and minds in addition to your hands and time. Allegion believes tools and technology investments are essential elements of being able to provide customers with shorter delivery cycle times and higher quality. Over the next decade, 4.6 million manufacturing jobs will likely be needed, and 2.4 million are expected to go unfilled due to skills gaps. There are incredible jobs in manufacturing and a variety of expertise, from production and distribution to engineering and environmental health and safety. Locally, Allegion employs 175 people or 100 people in manufacturing. If you talk to our employees, many of them have worked in a number of roles during our careers and developed a variety of skills. You'll hear from some of those experiences in a panel discussion later today. And I believe there can be a bright future for manufacturing as we will continue to see the introduction of new technologies. Tools and investments are essential elements of being able to provide our customers with shorter delivery cycle times and higher quality. It's imperative to have employees who have the desire, knowledge, expertise, and capability to run, manage, and maintain such investments. Allegion is ready to hire and invest in young people who want to build a career in manufacturing. Allegion offers internships, skilled trade apprenticeships, early career and tuition reimbursement opportunities.
Now that you've heard about our company, our presence in Olathe, and what manufacturing looks like today, we want to give you the opportunity to see these things also. Unfortunately, we can't have you at our facility in person today, but we invite you to take a virtual tour with us, during which you'll have the opportunity to see our operations in Kansas, as well as Ohio, California, Illinois, Tennessee, Indiana, Colorado, and Washington. Take a look.
At Allegion, we believe manufacturing is both a vibrant and essential industry, with many new trends impacting what we do every day, from robotics to the Internet of Things and more. There's no doubt that the creators of tomorrow have important roles to fill in pioneering safety and security at Allegion, both now and in the future. Guided by a shared vision of seamless access and a safer world, our employees are innovators, building products and solutions that create peace of mind. As a global manufacturer with more than 30 brands in our portfolio, we invest in tools, technology, and our employees. Because of this, we have a healthy U.S. presence, where those employees build mechanical and electronic locks, emergency exit devices, door closers, steel frames, and many other security solutions that help keep people safe at work, at home, in our community, and on the move. Let's take a look at some of our essential facilities and incredible jobs. In Snoqualmie, Washington, located near Seattle, Allegion produces technical glass products, or TGP solutions. Since 1980, TGP has been supplying specialized glazing materials and systems for commercial and institutional buildings around the world. The brand is committed to helping solve challenges faced by architects, general contractors, and glaziers through its services and 2 product lines: fire-rated glass and framing, and specialty architectural glazing. You'll find these solutions at airports, schools, libraries, hospitals, and museums, among other places. TGP has exclusive agency relationships with Nippon Electric Glass, Pilkington, and RP Technic to distribute certain glass and framing product lines in North America and the Middle East. Our jobs in Snoqualmie range from assembly, with roles in fabrication, welding, and powder coating, among other key competencies, to engineering, sales, and more. Our Steelcraft brand boasts 2 locations, a West Coast service and manufacturing center just east of Los Angeles in Chino, California, where we assemble and produce custom hollow metal doors and frames, and our main plant in Blue Ash, Ohio, near Cincinnati. While we proudly produce high-quality steel doors and frames at both facilities, our long-standing manufacturing history is rooted in Blue Ash. Located there for more than 75 years, a visit to our operations showcases talented employees with expertise in materials handling, welding, laser operating, and fabrication, creating doors intended to withstand fires as well as tornado and hurricane winds. Our production process starts with order entry, configuration, scheduling, and programming, and then moves to manufacturing our doors and frames from beginning to end, with finish on the paint line before shipping. From there, they go everywhere. That's right, you'll find these doors and frames around the world too, at medical centers, schools, and commercial offices. Some of our solutions can be seen in popular gathering places too, like the Superdome in New Orleans, the State Convention Center in Washington, and Iowa's State Sports Performance Center. You'll find our products at Ohio University, the University of Michigan, and the University of Kansas too. In Security, Colorado, close to Colorado Springs, we produce keys, lock cylinders, and mechanical locks, as well as high-security credentials and biometric products, all for commercial buildings. We've operated there for more than 40 years, and our talented employees process over 100,000 parts per day and configure and test a wide array of high-security products that are distributed to customers across the globe. The site is comprised of critical roles that include engineering, fabrication, assembly, testing, distribution, and supply chain management. Our associates use innovative tools like 3D printing, high-speed precision machining, and computer-aided design programs. We're especially proud to manufacture the Schlage brand of security solutions that provide seamless access at office buildings, universities, medical centers, and other vital places through mobile credentials. Our Olathe Operations has produced mechanical lock cylinders and keys for more than 40 years in the Johnson County area. Located just outside of Kansas City, our facility includes a nearly 300,000 square foot warehouse and employees who also work in distribution, customer care, and sales. In fact, any Schlage residential lock that you see at your local hardware store, like Lowe's or Home Depot, has been supplied through our Olathe Operations. That means if you live in the United States and have a Schlage door lock on your home, it passed through our facility here. We fulfill approximately 300 orders per day and ship nearly $1 million worth of product daily from this facility. With core competencies in assembly as well as shipping and receiving, there are many incredible opportunities to play a role in delivering Allegion's vision of seamless access and a safer world. Allegion also has a strong legacy in Illinois, where we have manufactured LCN door closers at our Princeton facility on Railroad Avenue for more than 70 years. Here we've invested in state-of-the-art equipment, from CNC machines that can be programmed to run multiple processes for manufacturing multiple product lines at the same time, to cobots that work next to our people in an assembly line, driving extra flexibility and efficiency. Using this equipment requires problem solving and troubleshooting, programming, digitization, and automation skills. You'll also find lab technicians that specialize in product testing, tool makers, and maintenance teams, all of whom play a vital role in taking our security solutions from start to finish. LCN products can be found in many high-traffic facilities such as schools, hospitals, government and correctional buildings around the world. Our creators produce 35 different series of closures and door hardware to choose from, products that have 15 to 20 years of operating life. Our Republic brand proudly operates in McKenzie, Tennessee, sitting in the northwest region of the state at the tri-point of Carroll, Henry, and Weakley counties. We've built high-quality hollow metal doors and frames there for more than 40 years, and today our talented creators produce 300,000 frames and 80,000 doors annually. You'll see our solutions everywhere from national museums in Washington, D.C. to corporate data centers on the West Coast. Our people specialize in customizing products to meet customers' exact needs. For instance, our talented employees grind down metal to prepare for a seamless door edge application, many times required for schools, hospitals, and commercial kitchens. And while our employees focus on customer needs, they've also innovated many of the ways we work to improve safety, ergonomics, quality, and efficiency. Because of that, you'll see automated processes and conveyors in McKenzie that transfer our doors and frames through different phases of production. But our people make the difference, running control stations, cutting and forming systems, paint lines, and commercial drying ovens, among other important equipment. And because we work with steel, precision welding drives our solutions to be strong and durable for years of continuous service. Rounding out our Midwest presence, we have 2 manufacturing facilities in Indianapolis, Indiana, located right down the street from each other. Operating on Toby Drive for more than 30 years and in the state for more than 100 years, we build Von Duprin and Falcon exit devices, as well as Glyn Johnson, Ives, and Zero International door hardware there. We're known for inventing the emergency exit device, as well as all of the customization we can provide for those life-saving devices today, which you'll see in nearly every public building, be it a government facility, a grocery store, a restaurant, a movie theater, a place of worship, a university, or otherwise. In fact, we produce more than 100,000 unique configurations in an average year. On any given day, we fulfill around 700 orders, requiring a cross-trained and flexible workforce with competencies in stamping, CNC machining, powder coating, plating, laser cutting, and etching. Our main line has a state-of-the-art vision system with 3D work instructions. It's so sophisticated that it detects errors and stops the line if a device is not built exactly as ordered. Our people play a critical role, through problem solving, in keeping our customers safe whenever and wherever our solutions are used. There's no doubt that Allegion employees are innovators, creating new and better ways to keep people safe. The manufacturing jobs found at our U.S. and global sites today are centered on employee empowerment, engagement, and problem solving. From assembly, engineering, IT, materials management, distribution and logistics, robotics, environmental, health and safety, tool making, and more, the career paths are vibrant and valuable at Allegion, and our work has never been more important.
We hope you enjoyed seeing our operations across the U.S. Importantly, if you were in person with us today, you'd also have the opportunity to speak to many of our valued employees and hear their opinions on what manufacturing means to them, as well as what the future of manufacturing looks like. Because we aren't together in person, we asked nearly 30 of our team members from across the company, including 4 from our Olathe Operations, to answer a few questions for us. And we've compiled their thoughts and opinions for you today. Let's take a look.
I love working at Allegion. So many different reasons why. Not only because of the product that we are manufacturing or the various portfolio of products that Allegion overall manufactures, but as an employer, Allegion is a fantastic employer. We care about our employees. We work through our 8 values, which is very important to me.
What I love most about working at Allegion are the people.
The people. Work with a great group of people.
The good thing is the people, the engagement.
You can walk through here on any given day and somebody's going to have a smile on their face, carry on a great conversation with them, so it's a lot of fun.
Working here, I've met so many great people that have worked here for 30 years that have helped mentor me, and I've learned a lot from them, and I'm starting to get into a role now where I'm helping mentor some of the new guys that are graduating school and coming onto our team.
I've built a lot of lifelong friendships in the area I work in.
Allegion right now is my second home. I love it. I have friends. I live close to here.
My team is my family. I have a small team, so it consists of like 6 people. That's my family right there. I'm with them every day, all day, so whatever they need, I'm there.
The people are great. From the people that I work with, the support's outstanding, and all the people in the entire factory, just a great team environment. And that's what keeps me motivated to come into work every day.
I feel like the pride that the employees put into creating quality products for all of our customers is what motivates me.
I take pride in seeing our product out in the field, out in businesses, especially when I'm traveling.
As you know, you're making good quality doors, and it's just fun knowing that you making doors for the whole world.
The thing that motivates me the most is probably the challenges of solving problems.
You're constantly doing new and different things every day. There's different issues, different problems, and I really enjoy problem solving, so it gives me the opportunity to think outside the box and kind of be my own person while still accomplishing our total project.
So being a machinist requires troubleshooting every day, troubleshooting your machine as to why it alarms out, troubleshooting your programs. It makes you have to think, which is half of the fun of the job because it's not boring.
Yeah, manufacturing is constantly changing. You've got to think on the fly instantaneously if there's a challenging issue or a customer deadline. Sometimes you've got to think outside of the box a little bit in order to achieve that goal.
There's a new challenge brought to me every single day. There's new projects every day. One of our values is this is your business, run with it. So if you have an idea, you can make that happen and grow, and that is 100% what happens. So if any of my operators have a spark or an idea, I'll use them to help make that happen. So if they think that the standard isn't good enough, let's find the better standard, and we do it. Every day is different.
I learn something every day.
I think the opportunities to grow at Allegion are vast.
I love the opportunities to be creative and collaborative.
Allegion gives you a great opportunity to bring the skill set that you've acquired outside of the company in, and gives you another opportunity to acquire more skills.
Allegion has given me opportunities to put myself in a better position at work, and also is paying for my college currently and helping progress in my education.
I think the opportunities that present themselves in manufacturing are endless. And we talk to students as they come in about the ability to come in and maybe you start in a great role with one of our team members out on the shop floor. People can venture around and do lots of different things in that environment. We have people that go from that to some of our lean technicians. They go to supervised roles. They go to order entry, manufacturing. People that have worked their way up to running plants from starting on the shop floor. So the opportunities are endless. It's all based on the amount of effort and the desire that you put into it.
What manufacturing offers is so broad. So not only from a supply chain perspective, manufacturing operations, you can get into so many different avenues that encompasses. So no matter if you're driven from a quality perspective, engineering perspective, lean management, actual shipping and distribution, logistics, there's so many things you can go into. So the opportunities are endless, and it will never be the same challenge or same thing day to day.
You know, if there's things that you want to do professionally, you need to tell somebody. Raise your hand and say, hey, I'm in, I want to do that.
If you see somebody doing something, all you have to do is just ask, hey, this is something I'm interested. Is there a way to kind of move that way? And you can always learn. I mean, there's so many different things to learn in the warehouse that it's always growing.
I've been very lucky to have opportunities to learn and grow, very honestly, in things that I didn't even know I was capable of.
I've seen people go from being welders to being maintenance technicians. I've seen people go from being CNC operators up to programmers. I've seen the programmers go from the programming department into the engineering department, start working on some of the software in there.
I used to work on the line, and I became a team leader about 4 years ago. So that was my growth in the company, and hopefully one day I'll be able to grow more. So
I started out on the floor as a temp, and then I got a job as shipping and receiving. After it was about a year or so out there on the floor, the estimating job opened up, and I put a resume in for it, and I was lucky enough to get the job.
Manufacturing is definitely not what it used to be. It's not dark and dirty. As you see on our floor, there's robots, there's CNC, a lot of it's controlled by computers.
We have a 110-year-old brand here with our Von Duprin push bar exits, and yeah, we've got brand new robots that we're bringing in to do some polishing, and one, it's mesmerizing to watch them, but two, it's also impressive to see, hey, this new technology can come in and work on a product that's been around for 110 years.
Seeing the advanced technology that we have now with robots and the different tools that we use is really neat, really cool to work with.
The biggest change that I see in manufacturing is using data to drive process improvements and the increased amount of technology we're using. So we have a lot more robots, we have a lot more technical equipment, more skills are take to run those pieces of equipment, and it really is it's evolving and it's changing, and you have to be flexible.
So in one word, I would describe the future of manufacturing as exciting.
I would say it's very exciting, very bright.
I would say exciting, very exciting and inspiring.
I would describe the future of manufacturing as as inspirational.
I would describe the future of manufacturing as committed.
I think the future of manufacturing is evolving.
It is a constant change.
So it's constantly changing. We're always pushing the boundaries.
It's going to be changing. It's ever changing.
New innovation.
The future of manufacturing means continuous innovation.
I'd say limitless. I think with all the innovations, the new machines, the new tools, automation, it can go as far as only it can take it. I mean, there is no limit to it.
It's forever growing. Manufacturing technology is always advancing, and there's always new tools to learn how to use.
So automation is definitely the future of manufacturing.
I would say dynamic. It's going to constantly be evolving and changing, and we have to always position ourselves as employees and as leaders to be able to move with those changes.
I think as manufacturing becomes more modern, it's going to get highly more efficient. There's going to be more efficient ways to do things faster.
It's going to be technology. I mean, robotics. It's going to be exciting.
I would say ever growing. It's vibrant.
Dynamic.
Always growing, always on the move.
Comparative.
Elevated.
Exponentially rising.
Innovation.
Quality and safety. It's the future of life. The future of manufacturing is Allegion.
I'm so proud of all our employees who took the time to share their words of inspiration with you on the future of manufacturing. In an industry that's so vibrant, it's hard to sum up all of the opportunities in one word or phrase. I'm so extremely proud of the next group of employees you're getting ready to hear from, who will share personal stories about their manufacturing journeys with you today. Just a few weeks ago, we gathered 5 of our employees, each from a different one of our facilities, online for a virtual discussion of Manufacturing Careers Day. Let's take a look.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Allegion's 2020 Manufacturing Day. My name is Whitney, and I'm Reputation Management Leader here at Allegion. I'm sure it's been said already today, but I want to say it again. We are so excited to have you with us virtually, and I'm even more excited to introduce you to a number of Allegion employees from our manufacturing sites across the U.S. So let's get started today with introductions. Panelists, I'm going to ask that you each take a minute to introduce yourselves, give us your name, your location, your role, and how long you've been at Allegion. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Jamel.
So I'm Jamel. I'm currently stationed at Allegion in the Cincinnati, Ohio location. My position right now, I'm currently acting as a supervisor, but I'm transferring over to a change agent. I've been with the company for 6 years. So.
Thank you, Jamel. And next up, we have Mylisha.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mylisha, located in Indianapolis, Indiana. I have been with the company for 4 years. My position is the second shift team leader for the Von Duprin main line.
Thank you. Glad you're here with us too, Mylisha. And Carla.
Hello, everyone. My name's Carla. I'm here in the Security Colorado location. I'm an order management supervisor. I've been with the company for 17 years. I'm proud to say I've had an opportunity to work in multiple departments, so I have been on the factory side as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Carla. And Sherry.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm at the McKenzie location. I am a pace setter, which is just another term for team leader, and I've been here for 15 years.
Thank you, Sherry. And Janelle?
Hi, my name is Janelle, and currently I am in the Olathe, Kansas facility, and I am a supply chain leadership development program participant. And I actually just graduated college, so I've only been here for about 3 months.
Awesome. And then we also have Jeannie.
Hello. I'm in Princeton, Illinois. I've been with Allegion for 2.5 years, and I'm an assembly operator.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for taking the time to share your experiences today. We have a lot of great questions for you, so we're going to go ahead and dive in now. I often hear that many of our manufacturing employees actually didn't expect to pursue a career in manufacturing. So if you didn't plan on working in manufacturing, why are you? How did you start? How did you find us? And I'm going to kick this one off with Sherry.
I actually was a medical administrative assistant, but I couldn't find a job in our area, and I couldn't afford to relocate, and I didn't want to travel. So I went to the unemployment office, and they told me that Republic Doors was hiring, and I applied, and I've been here ever since.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, Sherry. And I also wanted to ask Mylisha the same question. If you didn't plan on working in manufacturing, how did you start? How did you find Allegion?
I first heard of Allegion through my sister. I was going through hard times and thought I'd apply for a job. I love working with my hands, and after finding out that I can do just that, I went in and gave it my all. To me, it's like opening a box of surprises. There are so many different things that you can do in manufacturing. One day I'm learning how to do polish. The next thing I'm learning how to do coatings. So it's amazing at the opportunities that I have been granted.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I do think that's one of the misperceptions about working in manufacturing is that you do the same thing over and over, and there's not very many opportunities to learn, when in fact, I know in our plants, there are a variety of jobs, and we have people putting things together, we have people running machines, we have other jobs that people may not think about, like robot operators and material schedulers, customer service, and an enterprise excellence group even. So Janelle, I wanted to ask you, can you tell us about your role at Allegion? Because I think it may be pretty unique, and how your role is critical to our manufacturing operations.
Yeah, so my role is pretty unique. Every 6 months, I get to go to a new plant and help support a different business need. So this means that I get to, as you say, like try out different career paths in manufacturing. So each rotation will allow me to make an impact that leads to the success of the overall business. So for example, my current role includes me supporting a large project that we have here. So I get to be on site and plan out a lot of the on-site details that go into that project. So without proper execution and planning of the details, the project could fail, thus causing a domino effect across other parts of the business. So therefore, it is very critical that I'm here to ensure that the project is successful. And even though I only have a part in the overall project, it's still an extremely critical role to make sure that it's done right.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. And can I ask, sorry, Janelle, where you've been, what Allegion locations you've been to then as a part of that role, or where you're moving next?
So this is actually my first rotation. I did intern with the company last year, and I was helping out with the quality team in Carmel. So I've been in Carmel, and then I've been in Olathe.
Thanks for sharing that. I also wanted to check in with Jeannie. So Jeannie, my question for you is, what materials or technology would people be surprised to learn that you work with?
I work with 3 robotic arms. They feed the cylinders into like the baller, so different machines, and then put it back in a saddle, and then it comes over to us for us to assemble. But I like it because it's fun. It's a fast pace. You can kind of race with the robots. I like the fast pace.
Did you expect having a career in manufacturing that you'd be working with robotics?
No, I did not. I tell my grandkids all about it. You know, they tell me about their robots and stuff, and I tell them, well, I have 3 special ones, you know, high tech ones. So they're like dinosaurs, which they like, but I love it.
Yeah, I love to hear that too. I think that's another thing that a lot of people don't think about when they think about manufacturing today, just how much technology is involved and how many technological advancements have been made, especially recently. And I know there's a lot of investment going into our Princeton facility right now with that too. So I think that's really cool you're a part of that. And something else that people are surprised to learn about Allegion is that we will pay for tuition reimbursement. So we pay up to $8,000 a calendar year for employees to go back to school if they want to. So that's my next question. I wanted to ask, are any of you currently using or have you used this tuition reimbursement benefit? And if so, how has this benefit helped you in pursuing your own professional goals? How will it impact your long-term career in manufacturing? And Jamel, I think maybe you're one of those employees who has used it.
I am currently taking advantage of the tuition reimbursement. Right now, I'm attending Indiana Wesleyan University in Blue Ash, Ohio. The biggest thing about what I got out of the tuition reimbursement and going back to college is building a lot of confidence in myself. I'm going to school for business, and I get to understand the different view of the business. Also, I won't have a big bill after graduation. Currently, I received my associates, and in May I will get my bachelor's degree for business. So it's been a great experience, and I got a team of 32 people, and 3 of us are currently taking advantage of this program. So it's a great program to get into.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I think, Carla, I'd heard that you had either taken part in the tuition reimbursement program before or are currently. So do you have any shared experiences there?
Yes, I'm actually, I actually graduated from Colorado Technical University with my bachelor's degree in business management. It was a very exciting point in my life because I chose business management because you get to learn a little bit of every area. You get to learn a little bit of everything that you would utilize in this type of atmosphere. I think it's going to open the doors to learning new things. Specifically, I started college not exactly knowing what degree to choose. And within that same year that I started college, I got a team lead position on one of our lock assembly lines. And I realized I really enjoy working with people. And I wanted to go ahead and pursue my degree where I can continue working with people and helping them develop as well. So I definitely encourage people to take advantage of our tuition reimbursement program. It does definitely open doors. My current position that in order management requires a degree. So it gave me the qualifications just to apply for the position. And I do think that it has a positive impact and will lead to other opportunities within the company.
Awesome. I think you're right about that. I know I've seen lots of individuals at our manufacturing facilities or met lots of individuals who have taken advantage of it and have definitely seen a lot of career growth. So it's really exciting. Thank you both for sharing about that. I also wanted to ask a few of you, and Jeannie, I might start with you on this one. What about working at Allegion makes you the proudest?
The knowledge and the quality of our product, and knowing people that are using this in their businesses.
Very cool. Jamel, what about you?
I would say the thing that made me the most proudest is just the environment. We like a family in here, salary and hourly. We have a great time at work. We all get along. The mentorship program, like I said, I am attending college right now, but I dropped out of school in the 9th grade. And if it wasn't for this type of environment, people wanting to see you succeed and help you out, I would not have went back to college. I had my boss actually came to me and told me that I had good qualities and I probably would be good in a supervisor role. And I had a lot of fears about going into this position, but he sat me down and we went over bunch of my fears and weaknesses, and we developed a plan to attack this. And I stuck to the goal and I did it. And that's the main thing that I'm proud about with working with Allegion, just the family environment.
I love that. And I think you have a lot to be proud of in what you just shared with us. So that's really cool. Carla, I'd ask you the same question. What are you proudest about working here at Allegion?
Actually, interesting enough, I dropped out of school in the 9th grade. When I started working at Allegion, I was 18 years old. When I was 21, I decided, you know what, I really missed out on my education. I really want to go back to school. I got my GED, and that same year that I completed my GED, I started college. And I think just being in this atmosphere, and like Jamal said, having support around you, having those supervisors help guide you and motivate you was a big thing. And it made me feel good about myself that even though I had dropped out of school, I went back and I started something that was going to help me advance. I think working with people is the biggest advantage for me, because I'm a people person, but I like getting to know a variety of personalities. Everybody's different. You got to kind of learn to understand different people. Everybody learns differently. Everybody trains differently. And there's so many different cultures within this company. I think that's the one thing that makes me most proud, is being able to connect with different cultures and different personalities that come from different backgrounds. So that's what makes me proud.
I love it. And I want to bring Janelle back on too, just to ask, Janelle, if there was one piece of advice that you would have for someone who's getting ready to enter the manufacturing industry, what would that be?
So I would say to explore all of the options in the manufacturing industry. So, really meaning learn about all the different parts that you can, understand your strengths, things that you like, and how you can utilize them to be successful within manufacturing. So here at Allegion, we have a fantastic, diverse manufacturing team. And, we have people who are highly skilled at digging deep into 20,000 lines of data, to people who have strong creative mindsets and can create insane, innovative ideas, all to people who thrive at leading and serving others and helping people and being hands-on with problem solving. So there's just so many different kinds of opportunities. As everyone here, we all have different, roles within manufacturing. So it really is a place to get along and to, try out different things within manufacturing.
Awesome. And Sherry, if I asked you that same question, what would your one piece of advice be for someone like the students who are listening, if they're wanting to enter the manufacturing industry?
Whatever job you choose or career you choose, always do your very best, because developing a good work ethics is very beneficial for you and your employer.
I love that too, and it reminds me a lot of our values here at Allegion and across all of our brands. Have a passion for excellence. Sherry, I think it's a lot of what you just mentioned with good work ethic, being excited about what you do. And Mylisha, I wanted to ask you too, if you had one piece of advice for someone who was wanting to enter the manufacturing field, what would you say to them? What would that be?
I think to sum it all up, I'll have to say to be patient. Off of what Carla was saying, even with people, even with the manufacturing industry, everything changes. People come and go, devices come and go and change. So I have to say, be patient.
I like that too. And I think what you just mentioned with devices coming and going, there's just so much change from an innovation perspective too. That to everyone's point who's been talking about learning and growth, there's just always opportunity for patience and taking the time to learn new things, and just really investing in yourself and in your career by doing that. So the last thing then, and I want everybody to take a turn answering here, is I just want you each to summarize, if you could describe today's manufacturing careers or your own manufacturing career in just one word or one phrase. And I know that's probably really hard to do, but what would that one word or that one phrase be? And I'm gonna toss this to Janelle first.
Thank you. So I would say creativity, being creative. And, many people wouldn't think necessarily manufacturing and immediately think creativity, but when problems arise or when things change, being able to think creatively is a huge benefit. That's something that I've been definitely using in my role here to just think outside the box, solve new problems. So definitely creativity.
I love it. And Jeannie, how about you? What would your one word or phrase be and why?
Okay, I would say appreciation, and because it is like a family environment when everybody appreciates each other, when we work together, the training, the knowledge. I love it. I love working with the people. I like knowing that I can grow and other people can grow also.
I love that. And thanks for taking the time today too to do this panel. You shared a lot of amazing insights with us, so thank you. Okay, how about Mylisha? What would your one word or phrase be?
I will have to say keep climbing. No matter where you go, what position you take, it's always going to be a mountain that you're going to have to get over just to reach the top. So keep climbing.
And Sherry, what would you say? What's your one word or phrase?
I would say motivating, because we have all these people here that are over us, and they always encourage us to do our very best and strive to advance yourself or help the company in any way that we possibly can, that would to better our jobs or better somebody else's job or the industry itself.
Motivating. I like that a lot. Carla, how about you? What would you say, Carla?
I would say being open-minded and being brave. To me, I feel like I developed the skills of being open-minded, being open to different people's opinions, trying out new things, and being brave, being brave enough to be on a live video, being brave enough to apply for a position that you have to interview, being brave enough to learn new things. That's what I have learned here working with Allegion.
Awesome. And Jamel, you get to close us out on this one. What would your one word or phrase be? And no pressure.
All right, no problem. Originally, I wanted to say think outside the box, but Janelle said that already. So I'm gonna just go with enjoy yourself when you come into this building. Get to know the person to the left of you, get to know the person to the right of you, because you're gonna be spending a lot of time with them. And if you can enjoy yourself here at work while putting out a quality product on time, it make you feel good about yourself when you come to work. So enjoy your time when you're here. That's all.
I think that's actually perfect. That Janelle stole your answer, because you just shared another one of our Allegion values, which is celebrate who you are and enjoy what you do. And I think we all do a pretty good job of doing that here at Allegion. So I just want to celebrate you guys right now and say thank you so much for sharing these incredible insights with the students who are listening today. Really appreciate all of you and appreciate all the work that you've been doing as a part of an essential manufacturing industry right now. So thank you for your time.
The employees you just heard from truly showcase the broad variety of experiences available in our field. Now, I have the honor of introducing you to yet another Allegion team member who has many valuable experiences in manufacturing. In fact, this individual actually oversees Allegion's 30-plus manufacturing operations across the globe. I could share a lot about Cindy's leadership and her career achievements, but I know she's here today because she wants to share her own real-life story about the values and opportunities within manufacturing. Cindy, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jason, and hi, everyone. It is great to get to join you and talk about a topic that I am very, very passionate about, manufacturing. I hope that what you have heard and observed so far has started to inspire each of you to consider this field. After listening to the panel discussion that we just heard, I actually want to start by answering the question about what one word signifies manufacturing to me. And actually it's two words, but it would be my life. I've been in the manufacturing industry for 35 years now. It's truly been the centerpiece of my life, both from a professional and career standpoint, but also from a financial and a personal standpoint. Like several of our panelists, I funded my college education through opportunities presented to me in manufacturing. More than that, though, I've purchased my home, I've raised 4 daughters, put them all through college. I've traveled the world many times over. I worked in Mexico for 6 years. I've kept up with technology. I've made many, many friends and learned a ton and just lived my life thanks to the opportunities that a career in manufacturing has afforded. And I've never stopped learning. So I want to start by, how did it begin, and why did I choose manufacturing back when I was at the point that some of you that are with us today are at? Well, at the time that I graduated from high school and where I was living, the economy was really in a slump. That was in sort of the mid 80s, and jobs were really hard to come by. So I chose a field that I knew would be interesting to me, would be challenging, but would also provide me with long-term career options. I attended Purdue University and earned a degree in industrial engineering. While in college, I worked as a co-op student for General Motors, and then after graduation, I went on to work full-time for General Motors as an industrial engineer. Back then, I spent my days on the factory floor, primarily working on setting up assembly lines for automotive electronics production. I designed material handling systems and was responsible for getting these installed and debugged. And it was really a lot of fun to see my handprint and creations on the factory floor and on the products that we actually produced. Interestingly, the GM plant that I started working in Kokomo, Indiana, and at the time we made radios and air controls and automotive electronics, it's actually one of the plants that you may have heard of in the early COVID activity. It's the plant that President Trump enlisted from General Motors to make ventilators when they were in short demand. I was very, very proud to see my old plant involved in this effort. Throughout my career, I moved through different roles in manufacturing, like some of those you have heard about today. This allowed me to learn a number of skills early in my career, which I've been able to build upon as I've progressed. After about 5 years of being in the working world, I ended up returning to Purdue for about a year to earn my master's degree also in engineering. And similar to the great tuition program that we have here at Allegion, I took advantage of GM's tuition reimbursement program for this. And I just can't stress enough what a great benefit tuition reimbursement is and what a great investment in education is for you. I really caught on to the comment that Jamal said about not taking on a lot of debt to get a college degree. And that is a huge benefit, and it's a huge thing to consider. A major milestone for me along the way in my career was a job I took as a plant manager for General Motors in Reynosa, Mexico. During my 6 years there, I went on to grow in my career to lead actually 4 manufacturing plants with over 4,000 employees. At the time, I was the only U.S. woman working there, which was also a bit of a development for me. Huge learning experience for me, and it was a great adventure for my family as well. Eventually, I decided to make a move from General Motors and automotive, and I moved to a different industry and different company to Ingersoll Rand. Ingersoll Rand was actually the predecessor or parent company to Allegion. And while I was a little bit nervous to move to a new company after 20 years in automotive, I quickly found that the manufacturing and the leadership skills I had learned through my career in that industry were directly applicable to Allegion. Since I've been with Allegion, I've led the quality organization, I've led operations, I have led the purchasing organization, and now most recently the entire supply chain organization. My more recent roles have been very global in nature, which has led to significant travel. So just if you like travel, you have a good opportunity of getting that if you go into a field in manufacturing. Last year I was leading the procurement organization. I traveled to Asia, to Europe, and to Mexico each at least 4 times. And I traveled to Australia 1 time. This year with COVID, it's been less, which has actually not been a bad thing, but it is quite interesting to have the opportunity to see that much of the world. I've worked with so many wonderful people, and with them helped to make a difference for our customers and our employees. When I was in your position, deciding to study engineering and go into manufacturing, I had absolutely no vision of the career path I've had or the experiences I've lived. So as I said, my words is my life. Manufacturing has been my life. It's given me a great life. So many experiences and so many great people along the way. So let me just close by saying manufacturing is important. It is a rewarding and great field. Employees of all skill sets are in high demand. They were when I was your age, and they are now. We need you. Manufacturing in the U.S. is critical to the U.S. economy, and it's critical to the U.S. security. That being said, we live in a global economy now, so many roles in manufacturing have some global aspect to them. Manufacturing is on the forefront of technology, and continuing to learn and develop skills is an absolute must. Manufacturing jobs pay well above many other sectors or career paths that you could consider. And this will likely continue as skills continue to be in very high demand. Finally, I would say manufacturing is a broad and exciting field with many different paths that you can pursue. And like those that we've heard from today on the various videos and venues, mine is yet one other example. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Whitney.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you for sharing your manufacturing story and journey with the students who are listening in today. And now we have some time set aside for questions, and we've already had a few come in. So I'm going to start by asking Joaquin. One of the questions I know is often on students' minds is, what does pay look like in a manufacturing career? And Cindy mentioned pay and how manufacturing careers come with good pay. And I know Jason also covered starting pay at your facility in Olathe, but can you expand a little bit on not just the pay, but other benefits?
Sure. Pay is very dynamic in the manufacturing industry, right? You noticed Jason mentioned that it's somewhere between 15 to 19. That's starting at a basic warehouse associate type of position. But there are many positions that support manufacturing. For example, myself in human resource, but we also have engineers like Cindy mentioned. There are many pathways that you heard from some of the other employees that mentioned they took different pathways. Everything from architects to call center, customer service type positions. So it's a very dynamic field, and you can grow with those and grow into different levels of pay. But along with that, you have to look at there are other things that companies offer. For example, 401k plans for your retirement, right? For example, Allegion, we do a 6% match on our 401k, tuition reimbursement, which Cindy mentioned and the other employees mentioned, a good time off package. That's one of the values we have as far as Allegion goes. Being safe, being healthy, and that means being healthy and being with your family, having time away, and a good package of vacation time, PTO time, or something. Those are some of the some things you should also be looking at as far as a career and opportunities besides just pay. But it's very dynamic as you can move up into different areas and pathways. Obviously, the pay can grow with you.
Thanks, Joaquin. And we actually have another question. This one is from Leanne, who is an aviation electronics instructor at the Olathe Advanced Technical Center. And her question is, my students are learning electronics. In what capacity could they work with your institution, with Allegion? Cindy, I'm actually going to start with you on this one because I know you had some initial thoughts.
Yeah, there are so many different, actually, I was thinking through that, so many different I'll say sub-functions of manufacturing that we need people with electronics backgrounds. I mean, for example, there's product engineering, new product development. We have all kinds of electronic products that we're constantly designing, launching, perfecting. There's manufacturing engineering. So that would be setting up the automated equipment, robotics, test equipment, all of that sort of thing. There's the quality field. You know, as we produce electronic products, we need people that understand electronic components, reliability and testing. There's supply chain. So we source from a number of different electronic suppliers. You want people that know electronics to be the ones that are buying those products. We have supplier quality, just a number of different areas that an electronics background that we could absolutely use. And I would say all those areas that I mentioned, and I'm sure there's a lot I didn't mention, it's a great recommendation to get experience in more than one area. So you might start in product engineering, and then you might go to manufacturing engineering, or you might go into product management where you're managing a product portfolio of electronic products. But lots of different career paths and job opportunities with that kind of a background. And I know, Joaquin, did you want to add anything on the more local, or did I cover?
No, Jason, anything? I think Cindy, you covered it pretty well. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cindy covered it at a high level, but here locally, we have kind of some quality functions that do a lot of testing and assembly around electronics, and I think we have that at a lot of our other facilities throughout the United States.
Thank you all. And another question, and actually I'll ask each of you to answer this. I'm going to have Jason start for us though. So the question is, what's one piece of advice that you would give to students who are looking to join the manufacturing industry, or specifically interested in jobs that are Olathe Operations?
I would say come to work every day with a positive attitude and come in and work hard.
Joaquin, what would you add to that?
Yeah, take pride in what you do, everything you do, and do it to the best of your ability. As far as manufacturing goes, looking to join the manufacturing industry, just like you said, like Cindy mentioned, explore the different career paths, right? Just because there's one career path that maybe you try, you don't think it's working out. There's so many different career paths in manufacturing that you can go into a different area. So just like she said, experience them, try them all, and keep growing.
And Cindy, anything else you would add?
Yeah, I would, and I think Jason was sort of maybe answering for, someone, let's say, right out of school, coming in, first, foot in the door at a plant. And that's absolutely right. Come in, get your feet wet. I mean, we don't expect, most people that especially, coming out of school, they don't have experience in manufacturing. So we expect you're going to come in, just have a good attitude, good work ethic, and we'll train you. But I guess the advice I would like to give is think longer term. And what we've talked about, there's all kinds of opportunities. And so you get your foot in the door, but learn everything you can. Learn on the outside, keep your training going and your education, but learn on the inside. And also learn by taking advantage of some of these other job opportunities we've talked about. So come in, do a job, but then look at, where can I maybe learn some new skills? Because it's good to do that when you're young. It just, as you progress through your career, the more breadth you have. Oh, I've worked in quality. Oh, I've worked in manufacturing engineering. Oh, I've worked in manufacturing supervision. It allows you lots of different, I'll say, options to advance your career over time. So I would say think a little bit longer term and continue to invest in developing in yourself and educating or increasing your education.
Thank you. And we have one more question that came in, and then we'll move forward to close out our event. And Cindy, I might start with you on this one too. What roles can mechanical engineering students find in, say, design or product development? Is that something we do at Allegion?
Absolutely. Actually, pretty much everything I said before applies to mechanical engineers, and probably even some additional things I didn't say. If you think of the type of products we make at Allegion, think of locks, think of door hardware. Historically, our product families have been heavily mechanical. So honestly, the baseline, we was probably more mechanical background. As our technology has developed, now we are really growing in spaces of seamless access, of touchless, entry, of electronic locks. So for us at Allegion, we are actively wanting to recruit and develop both people with a mechanical background and an electronics background. So I'll just say the same thing: product design, product development, manufacturing engineering. There's a lot of processes that are mechanical that require people with that background. Sourcing, we source a lot of manufacturing components, quality, really all of the same things. And just operations leadership. I mean, that one you don't really have to have a technical background. It's more a leadership, an interest in becoming a leader and leading people.
Thank you, Cindy and Joaquin and Jason, for taking the time to answer all those questions. And thank you to everyone who's listening in today and participating with us for submitting those engaging questions. We now want to share with you some special remarks from U.S. Congresswoman Sharice Davids, who represents the 3rd District of Kansas, where our Olathe facility is located. Let's take a look.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sharice Davids. I represent Kansas's 3rd District in the U.S. House. Thank you for having me for your MFG Day and virtual field trip. I'm sure we'd all rather get together in person, but as you know, these days it's really important to be safe, and I appreciate all of you doing your part in that. Look, it's really clear. Manufacturing is a core part of the American economy. And manufacturers are among some of our country's leading innovators, and definitely they provide good jobs. Everything from computers to automobiles to security products, they help support families throughout our country and can be a really important opportunity to think about. Recently, we've all seen just how crucial manufacturing is, not only for our economy, but also for our health and our safety. Today, we have got to support American manufacturers so we can build more personal protective equipment like masks and gloves, all right here at home. Things that can both save lives and save jobs. This is a matter of national security as well. We need the capacity to manufacture life-saving equipment, testing materials, and hopefully as we move forward and see an effective vaccine done in a quality way. We need talented young people such as yourself to help build a stronger economy. And as a member of the House Small Business Committee, I know that young people play a crucial and critical role in this. You are tomorrow's workers, entrepreneurs, leaders, and I know you can help our country innovate and compete around the world. We have to make sure that you have the opportunity to have a well-rounded education, whether we're talking about STEM fields for science, technology, engineering, or math. We need to help support you to do that. So before I leave, I want to give you a couple pieces of advice because that's what I always do. The first is take naps. It takes a lot to grow and learn and become the person that you're going to be and the leader that you are and that you're going to continue to grow into. And then second is you get to decide what success means to you. So whether we're talking about mathematics or engineering or technology, you get to decide how you want to best use your talents and your hard work. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how all of you grow and develop into the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you so much. Stay safe and have a good rest of your day.
We're looking for talented people like you to join us and make a career in manufacturing. Help us spread the word that manufacturing is vibrant and valuable. We encourage you to participate in STEM and technical educational opportunities. We hope that you will check back with us for opportunities. Thank you for your time today.